What is up, everybody? I know it's been a while. Sorry, yeah, but so a lot has. I've been gone for like how long? I've been uploaded a new 10NL video in probably like 4 months or so. It's just so much has changed, especially me residing in Ontario. So yeah, I just wanted to address like a few things really quickly. Yeah, I can't really play on PokerStars anymore just because I'm in Ontario. So yeah, it's just really hard to find a site to make content, and yeah, I don't even play on GGPoker. So the reason why I'm on here today is because I just made like a small deposit just to play tournaments at night. That's the main thing I wanted to do, and then I just won some cash dollars. So normally I won't normally be playing cash here, but we have some cash dollars here. So let's just try to punt that off and try to make a video. So main thing is that I can't really play in on PokerStars anymore. So I think in the future, if I do decide to make more content, it'll just be on something like ACR. But I'm still deciding if I want to play there. I haven't been away from poker like at all actually. I've been playing a lot on like just live in casino, just because the games are much better, and I actually just came back from a Vegas trip as well, so I have my shorts there if anyone's interested. And yeah, so let's just get back into the video. Yeah, I have this small all-in fold sit and go as well for the promo they gave me. 5-4 suited, I think with the rake structure can be a fold, but I'll just open it up. I think like I'll be playing like a lot tighter here just because they do rake pre-flop, so it doesn't really make sense to open hands like this. Give me a second. I'm actually gonna turn off these sound effects. Just because I know I'm pretty sure it's gonna be really annoying for the spectator. King 7 off. I'm gonna fold. Here I'm just gonna call and try to get it to showdown. Hopefully he doesn't have a 10. He does have aces. I think he should be betting that flop though. So we have pocket fives here with a short stack in the big blind. That would be like make me more inclined to call. Just because I don't really expect to get squeezed much. And as soon as I say that, like famous last words. I'm gonna 3-bet the ace queen, of course. And opening this up. So I'm just gonna take a standard small sizing here. Interesting he goes for this check raise. I'm not really worried just because he has a 62% VPIP here. So I think he's just gonna be going out of line a lot. Although he can have something like ace jack, ace X here, but I'm not really scared. I'm gonna be playing for stacks with this hand. 7-8 suited actually makes a pretty nice 3-bet. But against early position, you kind of want to be doing this like low frequency. Gonna be a great hand just to range bet. We have the middle pair, backdoor flush draw. And interesting, he goes for a check raise. I think with the backdoor flush draw, even though he just snap raised, we might just have to continue here. We still beat his diamond draws. And now we can just comfortably fold on the turn if he just jams. This one, I'm still going to be taking a lot of pot control here with a flush there, and I think we can squeeze out a little value here against some like 2 pairs, that kind of stuff. And he just has an 8. Just trying to remember like the GGPoker ranges. I remember I was playing like different ranges before, just because the rake was just so high. And I guess it doesn't really make much sense if you're not grinding the leaderboard. That's why I don't think I'm going to be playing cash here at all. Much better games on like Bodog or Ignition if you're in the US. I used to like reg this pool, like the 25 NL pool, 50 NL pool a lot, and I just don't recognize anybody here anymore. So just getting some trash hands here. Even ace 3 off is like a marginal defend. We can defend the 8s, but unfortunately it's just going to be a check fold on this board. Now we got aces here. Queen Jack suited. Against a 9% VPIP open, I don't think we can 3-bet or anything. We just fold it. It just sucks to fold like a nice looking hand like this. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, I just play like a lot of live poker now. I've been going to the casino every weekend and making reels on it. If you're interested to see that, I do post a lot of updates on my live play on my poker Instagram, so I'll link that in the description. This now is just kind of an interesting dynamic. He does have a lot of like, his cold calling range is mainly just like these small pocket pairs which will have like 1 club. So I think it makes sense to deny equity from that. I'm not really scared of a flush, to be honest. This is just going to be an easy check. This small blind calling range is actually fairly strong. And like I'm actually not that worried on this river. He does arrive here with like some 1 club hands, so I'm actually going to be value betting here. 1 second, I just got to close my 888. I actually do play on 888 Poker, the Canadian version. Just gonna close that. Even though everyone's wondering like who plays on 888, yeah, I do. But yeah, so pretty nice board here for my hand. I'm gonna have like 2 sizes here, a big size and like a small size, but just for simplicity, I'm just gonna be taking the big size. Even though our suits, like we lock up this board so much. You can still get called by stuff like Queen 10, Jack 10, even some Ace X that he has to defend. Interesting call. So like those hands that I just mentioned just got there. I think that with our particular hand, we might just be like, I think we're just forced to check here and try to see a river. This beautiful river. But I actually don't mind taking like a small sizing on the turn as well. And I think we're just going to bet big here now. I think like on the turn we can just bet small or check. Should be a good strategy. Going to be opening fairly tight with what I see, what seems to be a reg in the big blind there. So he probably had a weak ace there. King Jack suited. It's gonna make a nice 3-bet. Gonna be careful though. He does look like a reg 14% VPIP. He's Russian. Just kidding. Nice little fold. And on that board, I think we're just taking a big sizing. We can even go for check raises and stack off. Sorry for that burp. Again, we don't want to be calling these small pocket pairs in this super high rake environment. So this board is kind of interesting, actually. With the club, we will be betting more often than usual. So I think I'm just going to roll for this one. And yeah, let's just start off with a check. Check on this turn. And I think now that he checks to the turn, we can just start stabbing small. Occasionally, but not all the time. But since we're rolling high, I'm going to go for like a bet. Then he goes for this min raise. Interesting. I guess we can't really do anything but call. Now our hand is somewhat devalued. I think it makes a pretty good bluffing hand. Okay, I'm confused now because he checked min raises the turn. I feel like he has a 7 that's just trying to see a cheap showdown. I don't really want to open the pot against somebody, an unknown like that. It's okay. Like, we did get the max value. I don't think that's calling. Can we start bluffing our 9-6 suited? I don't think so. But we can definitely value bet here. Man, I forgot how slow 10NL is. Definitely. But yeah, if people want to see more GG poker content, I'll probably just make a deposit and probably play like 25NL or something. So we're getting some pretty nice hands now that are pretty playable. Against a button raise, I'm actually not going to call this one. Same idea, right? Like this, we can't really call. I guess we can call sometimes, but the rake is just too high. For the video, I guess we'll call against this reg. We can call like maybe 40% of the time. So it goes check, check. Trying to debate whether to just bet this turn. I mean, this, yeah. Now he has a bunch of ace-x in his range, so I don't think bluffing makes sense. We're just gonna take it to showdown and give up. Yeah, but the big blind range seems the button range seems fairly strong, so I don't think that 9-10 suited is gonna perform too well against that. So it'll be our low frequency call. Now this is gonna be an interesting dynamic because this guy is a short stack and we're kind of in this position where we need to 3-bet or fold. Since this guy is a short stack, I'm going to be folding. Because I don't want to be 3-betting him with ace-10 suited, then getting jammed on. It just doesn't it's not going to do too well against that range. Okay, now we have another spot where it's going to be a low frequency call. Every time I say low frequency, I just end up calling. Yeah, but I guess it makes good content. So we get this rainbow board, which is pretty much going to be a range bet all the time. Not really surprised. He's going to go for a small C bet. That's all standard. And with our sixes, we're just going to fold. It's just not doing well. Like, I think you can low frequency call and low frequency check raise, but I think it's like very tiny frequency. Gonna open up the queens here. It's gonna be a pretty interesting dynamic here because this big blind range is actually fairly strong, and if you look at most ranges, this is actually just a pure call. Oops. So yeah, I know it seems nitty, but these big blind ranges, 3-betting ranges, are pretty snug. So we can't do anything here but call. And this is a pretty bad turn because all his overpair bluffs get there, and we can actually start folding queens here. Yeah, since I roll low, we can continue maybe like 50% of the time, but I don't think I'm going to continue against this player type. 17% VPIP and a 20% 3-bet, still pretty snug. I forgot splash pots were a thing. So yep, I don't mind letting that go. Sevens here. Do I want to 3-bet this? Probably not. And just get this one. We're just gonna try to take showdown now. I'm not entirely sure if King 8 suited isn't open in this rake, but I do open it up in like 50NL, 25NL. Aces again, we're running pretty hot with the aces, but we're still stuck. To be honest, people are much more aggressive than I remember. This hand is just going to play itself. So we're going to get this board where it's going to be a jack. Like, he does have some jacks, like Jack 10, but yeah, we just can't really be scared of that, and it's just going to be a standard small C bet from us. And yeah, like, there's nothing we can do. We're going to get stacked by a jack anyways, and yeah, our aces are just going to continue betting here. Because we need to balance out our betting frequency with our ace king or ace queen, that kind of stuff. That way he can fold out. We can fold out his 10s, 9s, 8s, that kind of stuff. But my initial thoughts on the pool is that, wow, it's actually pretty aggressive. I actually don't see in other sites, like, people don't 3-bet as much here. I mean, on the other sites. I remember this guy. Holy, he's still in this pool. That's crazy. I was thinking, I'm like, where are all the people I used to play with? I guess they all moved up to like higher stakes, I'm guessing. So we're gonna get this rainbow board here. King 9 suited is gonna be a low frequency 4-bet here. I just don't want to do it against this player type. Here I'm just gonna check, try to like pick up some flush draw equity on the turn. Aces again. This is crazy. I think GG is a GG RNG. You know, they see that I'm back, so they're trying to entice me to play here again. It's gonna be an easy 3-bet and 4-bet, of course. Now I have queens here. So we're gonna obviously cold 4-bet this one. I'm gonna go for just this standard sizing here. Sorry, just okay, and then you just get jammed on, snap jammed. Man, I think we can fold here sometimes, but especially since we're playing a bit deeper, I just don't think we can fold. Yeah, it just seemed too much like ace king the way he just ripped it in so quickly. Good thing we're running it twice. But I don't think we can win these flips. Okay, good, we chop it up. Good game. And that chop pot, we just got raked like 30 cents. That's crazy. 3 bigs. I remember back when I was playing on this site, I just became like a rake back grinder, I think. I was like break even in all these in all cash games. I think my win rate was something like 2 big blinds per 100 pre rake back. And I literally just made everything, made all the money from rake back. Gonna avoid defending any offsuited hands. Got another fun 3-bet pot against this player. Snap calls. So I think for me, I think I'm just gonna be taking like a standard 50% sizing here. He just insta calls, man. I don't know if he's thinking. And I think on this completer, he's actually supposed to have some leads. But with my hand now, I think I'm just going to try and win it with brute force here. Just because now we have like a lot more equity. Oh my god. Crazy. Probably had a set. Just getting wrecked by these people. Okay, the video is getting a bit long. I think I'm going to cut it right here. I'm just going to make a part 2. That way we still have some more 10NL content to go around.